Welcome to yet another psychic reading. If you're new here, my name is Anakin. Namaste. And let's get into your reading. Not really feeling like any... I just want to start pulling some cards for this one. I'm just going to start pulling some cards. See who I'm talking to. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to a King of Swords. So you might be a Capricorn. You might be in Capricorn energy. We are in the season of Capricorn. I'm talking to somebody who is very, very set in their values and in their ways. And these values didn't come from tradition. This came from you having to go through transformations in your life. You having to experience the suffering and the pain and the hardship. To recognize how much value you hold within yourself. And now you are sitting in this position now where you know what that value is. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. So I'm just feeling like you're somebody with strong boundaries. You have like a really, really firm foundation, strong boundaries. You understand the way that your words work, how to lead others, how to talk with others, and how to talk with them in a way that gets them to understand basically who you are and not to mess with you. Okay, you have like this aura, this presence that basically says you've been through the ringer, and because you've been through the ringer, it would not be a good option to mess with somebody like you. Okay, all right, I'm gonna play with my hair this whole time. Anyway, so we have Knight of Pentacles in the present position. Let me get one more card here. And the Hermit in reverse. Okay, and so you've cultivated a lot of different boundaries, rules, disciplines within yourself. And this shows in your aura. It shows in the things that you do, the actions that you take, the things that you buy, all of this stuff, okay? And now we have a Knight of Pentacles. And so you're in this position where you're waiting almost. And it's not that energy of like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm bored. I don't have anything to do and I'm just wanting this thing to come. It's more of an energy of you're focused, you're disciplined, you're working on what you're working on. And while you're doing that, you know that you're being patient for what is to come. Okay? And because if you haven't picked up on it yet, there is this really strong pull of this pentacle towards you. And I don't know if it's your desire or if it's your belief here, but you have a really strong one of either of those. And I do believe it's a strong desire. I'm seeing a lot of red energy. You may not believe that this thing can come in like 100%, but your desire is going to outweigh that belief. The amount of desire that you have for this thing is pulling it towards you, whatever it is. Okay, and the Hermit in reverse in the future position is showing me that Spirit really wants you to just sit back and allow. Get into the allowing mode. Get into the resistance-free mode, okay? And as you get into that mode, hold up, my hair's bugging me, hold up. As you get into that resistant-free mode, what's going to happen is this thing that is being pulled toward you already and that you're having to be patient for already is going to start coming in a lot faster. Okay, a lot faster. Let me see. That's what I'm hearing. But you do need rest, okay? Your physical apparatus, your mental, your mind, as well as your spirit. Like there's a connection to spirit that is prevalent and happens during the time that you rest. Like there's something that you've asked spirit to do, or that spirit is saying that they're wanting to do for you while you sleep. They just need you to sleep more than you have been. Let me see what else we got here. All right, so when it comes to relationships, you have a situation around relationships that is really requiring you to rest, okay? You may not be viewing this situation in the right way or from the right perspective. There's this spirit of competition. There's this like competitive energy. that's getting misinterpreted. Okay? What is really happening here is you have a strong connection. Excuse me. You have a strong connection to this person, and you're needing rest. Spirit is saying we want you to rest, because there's some thoughts that you're receiving that aren't yours. Okay? Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and 10 of Pentacles upright. Okay, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So you might have had a string of bad luck, or you might have had a lot of things happen to you during this period of, building you up to be this King of Swords, where it's just seemed like every time you do something, or every time you get into a relationship, or every time you, start manifesting something goes wrong, or it feels like it's just your prophecy not to make things happen, or not to get the things that you're wanting to manifest. And what Spirit is about to show you through this relationship and through what's about to go on in your life, it looks like you're walking through this like portal. Okay, notice this like, what is this? What is it? A threshold. Okay, you're walking through a threshold, and as you walk through this threshold, that Wheel of Fortune, I'm feeling like it's flipping and turning all the way around, and your finances, your material success, your achievements, your feeling of fulfillment is going to raise as a result of that. The Sun, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Sun, truth, ecstasy. I mean, living and breathing your truth. That's where you're going. And that's why Spirit is really wanting you to rest. It may seem like you're doing a lot right now. It may seem like you have a lot going on, or whatever external event that Spirit is showing you that is causing you to feel more tired than usual. Spirit is actually, what they're doing is they're wanting to work on you, work on your DNA, work on your growth, work on your mental when you're asleep, okay? So they're asking you to go to bed, take naps, do that as much as possible right now, okay? Sun, again, you're innocent, you're shining, you're pure, you're renewed, you're spiritually aware, you're involved with your inner child, and you're allowing your inner child to shine like the sun. Okay? Because you're coming out of this period, this really dark period, where there's been a lot of upset, there's been a lot of lack of rest, and maybe even a lot of things, again, like that caused your transformation over here with the King of Swords. Ace of Wands in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this Sun, this 10 of Pentacles, it's coming, okay? But it's not your work to figure out how it's going to come in, or what you need to do to make it come in. It's more so your job to focus on the things that you do want, and keep your ideas and your mind focused on this thing that you do want. Because if it's a lot of different things that you do want, and you're focusing your mind on every single one of those things, it's going to get exhausting. So Spirit is wanting you to focus on one thing. Direct your focus toward that one thing, and allow it some time to gestate. Allow Spirit to come in and give you the answers to that one thing. And then your mind will come into clarity, because you'll be on one track rather than many at the same time. Queen of Swords upright. Okay, so this is like divine counterpart. We have King of Swords, Queen of Swords coming over here. Maybe there's a lot that you need to do in regards of like this one pointedness, this focus on one thing, this non-action, doing, non-doing. And once you get into that state, you're going to start attracting towards yourself a more feminine energy. Okay, if you are a more masculine energy that I'm reading for today, which is the King of Swords. Another thing that this Queen of Swords is saying is that you have like these emotional reactions that you are used to acting out, like acting because of. There's going to be a change within you. And the change is coming again in the sleep, in the rest, when you're in bed, okay? They're going to give you it's going to seem like a laughing matter. What used to seem so dramatic and so much for you, like a lot to handle and overwhelming, is now going to seem like it's like a walk in the park. Okay, it's going to seem easy for you. Oh, okay. I'm also feeling like there's this sense of, like I was talking about it here, this sense of confusion. And Spirit is just reminding you again that it takes focus and one-pointed focus for you to reach that clarity that you're looking for. And you can reach clarity on any subject. It's just a matter of picking one and sticking with it for a prolonged period of time. And the prolonged period of time is like 15 minutes. So if you can sit there and write down on the head of the piece of paper what you want to focus on, and then start writing down all of the ideas that come to your mind in that 15 minutes, and then start thinking, you're going to get a lot of answers out of that and a lot of clarity that you wouldn't have gotten if you were focused on that and a couple other things at the same time. Okay? Yeah. Two of Swords, indecisiveness. The Lovers in reverse. Okay. So there might be some indecisiveness when it comes to your relationship. And again, there's things that you are seeing that aren't, like, you might be misperceiving and misinterpreting some stuff, okay? And you might not be seeing it as clearly as it really can be seen. And again, the reason for this is because you're not just focused on your relationship. You're also focused on a lot of different things. And one of those things is rest, okay? And that might be even your main focus. So it's important that you get that rest so that you can focus on what you need to focus on, and then eventually move to this focus point of your relationship so that you can see what answers and clarity come from that. It is looking like an ending, though. It's like you're considering whether or not you should stay or go here. End the relationship or stay in it, okay? Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Four of Pentacles, okay. The Three of Cups in reverse. So this, okay. So Queen of Cups in reverse, Four of Pentacles upright. It's like this dynamic right now is... Give me a second here. Okay. Okay, so this dynamic, it's like this Queen of Cups energy is like... It's very loose energy, okay? It's very loose. It's very elusive. Maybe even manipulative. Doesn't really know where she's going or where she wants to go. But this Queen of Cups energy is like... It's mirrored by this Four of Pentacles energy, which is this man who's holding on to his achievements and wealth. And so I think what's happening right now is there's this ending phase that's going on in your relationship. And maybe even not just your relationships with others, but even with yourself. And you're learning how to focus on the things that serve you in these relationships. Because I'm getting in the past, you have, found somebody who is amazing for you in every single way except for one. And what you've done is you focused on that one thing that they don't do right. And because you focus on that one thing that they don't do right, another thing that they don't do right comes up. And then because you focus on those two things, more and more will come out. But at the beginning, this person was exactly what you wanted. And they checked off a lot of your boxes. And so the lesson here, what Spirit is trying to teach here, is to focus on the positives no matter what, even in your relationships, even if the one thing that they do is bugging you a lot, okay? It's better to focus on all the positive stuff, because then you'll start to attract more of that into your experience, okay? Woo, okay. What else we got for this collective today? This collective. A time for healing. So definitely sleep, guys. It's a really good time for you to get some rest. It's probably a good time for me to get some rest too. But how can you do that? Drink sleepy time tea. Read a book before you go to bed. What's another way that they can do that here? Creativity. Start being creative at night instead of being on your phone or watching TV, because that creativity is going to stimulate your mind in a way that shuts it down, right? The rebel. And it's okay. Now here's another thing, and I want you to not beat yourself up, and this is spirit talking too. Don't beat yourself up for staying up late or not sleeping. Don't beat yourself up for looking tired or being exhausted or taking an extra nap. Always be nice to yourself, okay? Because, if you beat yourself up for doing this stuff and then you do it, it's like it's not going to have any effect on you in a healthy way. You want it to have an effect on you in a healthy way. And so just be nice to yourself. If you do miss out on sleep, don't hold it against yourself. Keep on being nice to yourself. Keep on being your biggest supporter. Okay? Courage. And this is a cool picture here. It's like a flower coming out of the concrete. And then we have guidance, the card of guidance. So yeah, it has been tough. It has been tough. I'm seeing nothingness as well. It's been a tough year, or it's been a tough couple of months for this collective, but that has built you into who you are today. And what you're doing is you are culminating all of these lessons that you've learned over the year and over this time, and you're transmuting and alchemizing those lessons into this character who you are. And it's like, at first, that character is this being who you are and you know yourself to be, but is in contradiction with your body and your habits. And so you're going through this time period where it's like, spirit is not making you do the work of giving up your habits. They're sort of getting whisked away in your dreams, but all your only work is to do the meditations and do the sleeping practices and just focus on what you want and focus on the good and focus on what's going well and focus on how well this process itself is going. Pre-pave your sleep before you go to bed. Make sure you tell yourself that you intend and expect to have a great night's sleep, And, if you want to wake up at a certain time, tell your subconscious that you intend and expect to wake up at that time. And just watch, maybe even set your alarm clock for 10 minutes later than that time and see if you wake yourself up. Sorrow, okay, and flowering. So out of some sort of heartbreaking news or heartbreaking event or basically some sort of heartbreak in your life, one of probably the events that have happened this year, as you heal that event and feel through that is going to cause an opening of the heart, a blossoming of the flower in your heart and also in your crown chakra. Your connection to the universe is what I'm seeing here. Adventure, and that right there. So that last sort of bit is you giving up that sorrow by feeling it through it. And accepting the flowering and accepting the universe into you. It's like going to be a beam of light that comes in from the top and sort of clears out everything and gives you this sense of adventure, but also this inspired action towards the adventure that you are seeking in your life, okay? We are the world. And I do have a strong feeling that you're going to realize this on a deep level through your third eye and through your crown chakra opening up, okay? Just the sorrow that you're going to feel is also going to be sorrow that connects you with the human suffering on earth. And by connecting to that end of the stick, you also connect to the other end of the stick, which is flowering, blossoming, beautiful love, amazing energy that is flowing through us, to us and through us at all times. Okay, the prana. You're going to be attuning to that as well. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave the reading for today, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night, day, evening, morning. Namaste. Bye-bye.